Please help me welcome Representative Rod Roberts.
Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everyone. Appreciate the invitation to come and be one of the candidates to address all of you. And to begin with, I certainly want to thank the Iowa Family Policy Center and their work around the state of Iowa. And Chuck Curley is one of those individuals who spoke with Rod Roberts a number of years ago, very influential, and I would admit that one of the reasons why I sought elective office was because of friendship and encouragement from Chuck Curley many years ago. A little bit about Rod Roberts, in addition to the brief introduction that Brian made. I was born in Waverly, grew up in the central Iowa community of Zeering. I'm an Iowan by birth and by choice. Chose to make Iowa my home. My wife, Trish, and I have resided in Carroll for almost 25 years, and I'm very fortunate this evening that Trish was able to travel with me. She's standing back here to my right over by the table with our material, and we're blessed with two great kids, a daughter, Lindsay. She's married. Her husband, Shane, and their 4 children live in Mills County, south and east of Council Bluffs, and we have a son, Brett, who's finished his 3rd and final year of graduate school over at the University of Iowa. As Brian shared, I'm a state representative from Carroll, but in my other life, I serve as a statewide development director with the Christian churches and Churches of Christ. I've done this work for nearly 20 years. My primary responsibilities include overseeing new church development and then also being involved in strategic planning and leadership development on a congregational level. That's the kind of work that I've done for nearly 20 years. So Rod Roberts, in his other vocational life, has certainly pursued his own journey, if you will, in terms of leadership development, but helped others also to develop their God-given talents and abilities as leaders too. And as a state representative from Carroll, Iowa, I'm very fortunate that I'm in my 5th term of service. I'll be going back for my 10th year of session in January, and my colleagues within the House Republican Caucus have elected me to serve as one of their leaders multiple times, to where today I serve as the senior leader of the House Republican Caucus. So when you put those two leadership descriptions together, I share that with you by way of background so you understand why perhaps Rod Roberts would be interested in running for governor. And friends, I am very interested, and let me say before I forget to do this near the end of my time, it would be a tremendous honor to serve all of you and all of Iowans as your next governor. There are 2 things I'd like to share in the brief moments that I have with you this evening. I'm going to share further about my ideas about leadership. When you think about individuals who are seeking the office of governor, you immediately want to know what kind of individual would aspire to that office, what makes them tick, how do they perceive and understand the role of a leader such as serving as governor of a state. And then I want to talk about respect in government. Someone on one occasion not long ago asked in almost a rhetorical kind of way, "Rod, aren't you too nice to run for governor?" And it was a serious question, and I understood the meaning of it right away. There are individuals who think that unless you have a certain quality about you that perhaps is abrasive or combative by nature, that you really can't be an effective leader. But friends, I answered that individual's rhetorical question, which was seriously asked, by sharing this. My 2 favorite Republican presidents, Abraham Lincoln and Ronald Reagan. Abraham Lincoln, the first Republican president, we read about him. Ronald Reagan, we knew. These gentlemen were friendly, civil, respectful individuals, but friends, those individuals knew who they were, they knew what they believed, they knew where they were going to stand their ground, and they knew where they were going. And together, those temperament or personality qualities and those inner leadership qualities made them effective, competent leaders. That's what leadership is all about in the context of asking the question, who shall our next governor be? Our next governor should be someone who is friendly, approachable, civil, courteous, and respectful, but someone who knows what they believe, where they stand, and where they're going as they lead those who are citizens of this state. As someone once said, a leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Those two presidents also underscore another important quality about leadership. If one aspires to a high office like governor, it's extremely important that I think they have an inner quality that says this is all about serving other people. It's not about my career, my self-promotion. It's about an opportunity and an honor to serve others and to serve them in a way where you advance their best interest, not one's own. This is about serving the people of Iowa. And folks, when you're going to serve others in the office of governor, it requires that an individual be very transparent and open with people, be very straightforward and candid. We have some unique challenges confronting us as a state, the likes of which people before us never contemplated. On the one hand, we have a budget challenge, the likes that former generations never fathomed. Friends, it is not only irresponsible to have a budget in the kind of mess that it is today, it is inexcusable and disrespectful to the people of Iowa, the hardworking taxpayers of this state, that their dollars are treated in the manner that they are. We can do a whole lot better when it comes to leadership and making decisions about how to spend the taxpayers' dollars. Time is ticking away. Leadership leads me to the question, who's really in charge of government? The first three words of the preamble to the Constitution of the United States of America answers that question. Three simple